I'm Michelle.
I'm Michael.
This is Vegas, and
We are Meet These Robinsons.
we're gonna and Vegas is gonna eat. We're gonna discuss our September finances of how much it costs us to RV. Also wanted to go over some questions. And one of the questions that was brought up was, would love to hear your story on the upgrade from your original travel trailer in 2013 to your motorhome.
That's a story.
To go back to the beginning, we had a house in Odessa, Texas, and we had a 17-foot trailer that we'd go camping in, and most of the time we weren't home between camping and his job, because we would take the little 17-foot trailer with us to his job because he was working out in the fields, and he would be gone for a week to 2 weeks, so I would just go with him. And so after one of our camping trips, before one of our camping trips, we were trying to decide whether to move to East Texas or New Mexico. And Michael told me I needed to make up my mind because he was only going to move to furniture one more time. And after one of our camping trips, we got home and I told him, I said, well, I know where I want to move. And he said, let me guess, New Mexico, since we just came from there. And I said, nope, everywhere. So at first he didn't, his eyes got all big and like, no. And so I told him, I said, well, hear me out. We sell the house, get a bigger RV, and we travel and see where we want to settle down. That started in 2013, and we're still going, trying to figure out.
Still going.
But we sold the house, and he wanted a fifth wheel, I wanted a motorhome. We couldn't decide, so we went with a 31-foot travel trailer until we could make up our mind which one we wanted to invest in. And so that gave us a chance to know what we like and don't like in an RV with the travel trailer that we bought. And we'd finally came to the conclusion that a motorhome would do better for us than a fifth wheel. And we were in North Dakota?
Yeah, North Dakota.
Because his job sent us up there. And while we were in North Dakota, the weather totaled out our travel trailer. And so we had to jump into a motorhome a lot sooner than we wanted to.
Yeah, it got so cold, it was like 57 degrees below zero. And the water filter broke on the 31-foot travel trailer. And so I was at work and she didn't know it had broken. A neighbor came over, knocked on the door, said there was water coming out our compartments. And so she ran out there and turned off the water, and by the time I got home, all that water that was on the ground froze. So it froze our power line and our sewer line, and of course the water hose. I had to dig those out. I got a little 3-pound small sledgehammer that's got a wedge on one side and flat on the other, so I had to take that wedge side and pound out all the lines and stuff and get them wrapped up. And an older couple told us that they had a heated barn to bring in our RV, let it thaw out, and do our repairs.
Once we got into the barn, we realized it was more than what we could handle.
We asked them how much they were going to charge us to stay in their barn, and they said they weren't going to charge us anything. So that was a blessing there. So yeah, like she said, we got in there. It took about 4, almost 5 days for it to thaw out, and you could just those trailers, they're mostly made out of the pressed wood, And so you can just stick your fingers through the wood, and yeah, we decided that we'll call the insurance and try and deal with them. So I'll let her tell that story. So.
Well, anyways, we ended up getting into the motorhome a lot sooner than we wanted, and so that's how we ended up going to the upgrade.
Yeah.
For September's expenses, our total expense was $1,364. Because the car was broke down, we didn't spend as much in gas that we normally would spend. So our expenses were kind of different than normal, I guess you could say. For September it was still hot, so we had to be in an RV park so that we could have our air conditioners. So the rent with electric was $365. Propane was $20. Our grocery bill for food was $350. Our phone and internet, $187. Insurance for the motorhome and the car, $137. Transportation for taxis and so forth was about $100. And car parts, $175. And of course doing laundry, $30. So that, let's see, I need to find my shoes.
Shoes?
Yeah. Okay. So September's expenses came to a total of $1,364, and we are at a new location because it's actually October now, and so we are gonna boondock or wild camp at Superstition Mountain for Halloween. My little baby pumpkin. He's starting to look a little old.
Yeah, kind of got grandpa thing going on.
It's a little windy out today. Okay. Here's Superstition Mountain for Halloween. And it's actually a little bit quiet out here. We're actually out here a little bit early for this time of the year. But from what I understand, a lot of people like to come out here with their ATVs. And of course we have our solar panels, and there's two of them. There's more like right there, up there that you can't see, but that's two of them you can see. So October's expenses, we'll get to that later, but it's gonna change because it's gonna be different now that we're actually for October.
Right.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have more questions, leave it in the comments below. And don't forget to enter in our giveaway, which is on our website at www.meettheserobinsons.com.